standing for the Pledge of the Flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Coming up on UPC, did you go to the fair this week? If so, we have some information for you.
A preview and highlights of yesterday's softball game coming up today in sports.
National Honor Society meets. All this and much more is on UPC, and it starts right now.
Friday, February 12th edition of the UPC Morning Show. I'm Steve Ferrara.
And I'm James Zervios. Seniors, there's a homeroom for you next Monday. This is your opportunity to learn about ordering graduation gowns. Order forms will be explained and made available during this important homeroom. Attention all sophomores and juniors who want to join the marketing work program next year. Please see Miss Arndt in A9 or at the school store as soon as possible. Classes fill up quickly, so put your application in early. Did you go to the fair this week? Did you know the consequence of getting caught? Well, here's Taylor. Not today. Sorry, we don't have that segment for you this morning. Maybe next time.
Seniors, please begin gathering your favorite photos for the slideshow at the senior breakfast. Put your name on the back of the photos and bring them to Mrs. Moulton in J6. And now we have some more Black History trivia. In what year did Harriet Tubman escape from slavery? Well, the answer is 1849. Now let's go to Alfredo with sports.
That's me.
Thank you very much, James and Steve. I'm Alfredo Muente with UPC Sports. Yesterday at CCC, the Cougar baseball team competed in the first round of their preseason tournament, losing 7-4 to the hosts. The guys will play tonight against Northside Christian. Also tonight, the Cougar wrestling team, who is ranked second in the state, will begin district play at Seminole High School. Also tonight, the boys basketball team will be on the road to wrap up their season versus Tarpon Springs. Good luck to both the basketball and the wrestling squads. And the softball team was in action last night, and we wrap up our preview of spring sports, followed by the highlights of last night's game. The Lady Cougar softball team is set to begin one of two games back-to-back here this weekend as they take on the Eastlake Eagles on the first night. We had a chance to visit their practice facility before the game, their pregame workouts, conditioning, and a chance to talk to their coaching staff to see what it's up for 1999. It's now time again. Time for Lady Cougar softball. Hitting was a very big key, and this is their pregame before yesterday's match against the Eastlake Eagles. We had a chance to see them pitching before the game and hitting as well. Here's Darnell Coles, a former Major League player, as he gets the girls into the action with some hitting and ground ball drills. We also had a chance to talk to Coach Kitchen about his goals for 1999. Here he is.
Oh, we've got a young team, but it's also one of our more talented teams. So if they mature quickly and take each game one game at a time, we should have a pretty solid season.
All right, now what are the goals now for 1999 as the girls move into the preseason?
Well, we tell them that we focus on one game at a time, but obviously we have some rather high expectations of this year's team. So we were hoping to win the conference, advance in district, and then make some noise in state.
All right. All right, good luck to the softball team as they continue their quest tonight for the Diamond Classic Tournament. Crystal Cruz was the starting pitcher in yesterday's matchup, but she was also doing it on the field. Right there, breaks out the whooping stick, hit to left field, and she gets a triple on this one, scoring 2 runs and giving the Lady Cougars an early 4-0 lead in the first inning. Again, Crystal in the third inning, part of a 16-run, 20-batter affair in the third, and then right here, number 23, Carrie Reiskamp, nails it out into right field as the Lady Cougars go on to win this one, and there's much rejoicing in the dugout as the Lady Cougars win their first of 2 preseason games by the final score of 22-0 against Eastlake. Final score, we beat Eastlake 22-0. And also this young lady over here to my right pitched a no-hitter, and she was 2 batters away from a perfect game. And joining us to talk about tonight's ball game and yesterday as well, Crystal Cruz and Diana Korsak. And girls, thank you for joining us here today. First of all, Crystal, tell us, you didn't know anything about Eastlake coming into this game. You knew that they looked good in practice, but 22-0, that's amazing.
Well, I guess we kind of practiced pretty hard in conditioning, and we worked hard last night, so the whole team pulled together and worked as one. Our offense really came through for us, and I hope we do the same tonight.
Yeah, offensive performance for you. You went 3 for 3, 3 runs, 1 walk, and 5 RBIs. So doing it not just pitching on the mound, folks, but also at the bat. Diana, also, you went 4 for 5 with the highest batting average from anybody that had at least 4 plate appearances, 3 runs scored, and 1 RBI. Tell us about tonight's game. A little bit tougher competition against Seminole.
Seminole is one of the best ranked teams in the county, and tonight our defense is going to have to work and our offense is going to have to pull through like last night, and we're ready for them, and we've been conditioning, so hopefully we'll win.
Out of the 22 runs that were scored in last night's 4 innings that the Cougars played, 16 were scored in the 3rd inning. It took 48 minutes just to play that half of the inning, and they sent 20, count them, 20 batters to the plate. Scorecard looked really bad. All right, thank you once again for joining us, and that's the wrap today in sports. Now back to you guys.
Okay, now we have the segment from Taylor.
Many reasons students leave school or don't come at all. Being sick, going to the movies, but one major reason is because of the Florida State Fair. Officer Howard, what are some of the precautions being taken to keep kids in school and not going to the State Fair?
Well, you know, at the county fair, state fair out there, they have a lot of police officers around. And if you keep in mind, we have the truancy policy, which means if you are, let's say, looking your age, like you should be in school, they can actually stop and detain you and have your parents pick you up. They can actually bring you back to Pinellas County.
Are you going to the State Fair?
No.
Are there any exceptions to this rule? If you go with your parents, if you have OJT, anything special like that?
Well, it's really no exceptions, and no one can really give you permission to miss school. What it is, if you haven't gone over your 10 days, then it just don't count against you, so no big deal.
And what's the worst consequence that could happen if you're found at this fair skipping school?
Well, if I should find you, or administrator should find you, we can actually bring you back to school. That's probably about the worst thing. I really don't foresee that happening.
No JDC or Jack Center?
No, I don't think we would do that. It's not that big of an issue. You know, we're just asking everybody to do the right thing. You know, each person's got to decide what's right for them.
So if you're leaving school and going to the State Fair, just make sure you don't get caught. Taylor McKell at BPC.
Thanks, Taylor. Seniors, if you have not filled your application for graduation or paid your grad fee, do so immediately in room D5. If you misplaced your application, pick up a replacement in the administration office. See your sponsor in room D5 with any questions. Attention National Honor Society members. There will be an NHS meeting on Thursday, February 18th after school in the library. Please see Ms. Tournier if you cannot attend.
And we have a couple of last-minute announcements. A happy birthday to Bill Blanchard from Sam, Jim, Susie, John, and Jason.
Happy belated birthday to Cameron Guthrie from all your friends. And a happy 16th birthday to Margaret Carlin from all her friends.
And we wish you all out there a happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, James.
And today, thanks, Steve. And today we're going to leave you with some, might be Mr. Cougar, might not. I don't know. They didn't tell me. So if not, enjoy. Bye.